Hello. I say Tinkle Scott. That's who. Me. Me. I tinkle. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. The tinkle didn't turn into a deuce. The tinkle didn't turn into a deuce. You're a stinker. You're a stinker, Scott. The tinkle did not turn into a deuce. You're a liar. I've got things. I've got stuff to tell you guys. I've got information. I've got important information for you guys. First things first, let's pull up the lineup, shall we? Can we be prepared? Can we be prepared? You know what? I used to go on Daily Face-Off every single day last year in the CHR days, and I relied on it. But, okay, this Blackhawks lineup is actually correct. Let me pull this up. Let's talk lineup. Can we do lineup talk before I tell you guys the information that I found out? And something else funny I've got to tell you guys. I've got two things to tell you guys. All right, let's where do I need to move? I need to move this way. Okay. All right. Actually, I should have edited this. I should have made this, shrunk this a little bit. Gosh, this thing's so annoying to do. All right. That looks better. That looks better. All right. Lineup talk. Oliver Moore has been absolutely balling. Oliver Moore's been absolutely balling. He gets moved up. He gets moved up. First line Ollie. That's what we're calling him. First line Ollie tonight. First line Ollie with Bedard and Burakovsky. Again, Andre Burakovsky might have dirt on Jeff Blashill. Can I be honest with you guys? I think Andre Burakovsky could kill 3 innocent children in the crowd tonight and still be on the first line for the Blackhawks next game. All right. And then also, Lauren Rouse just mentioned it in chat. This second line is about to be fun. This second line's about to be fun. Nick Lardis gets moved up the lineup as well. It's not just been Oliver Moore playing well. It's been Nick Lardis as well. Jeff Blashill separates them. Nick Lardis, Frank Nazar, Ryan Green. This is a dog line. I would love to see this line have success tonight. I would love nothing more than to see these guys having success tonight. But this is what's so exciting is that, like, our young players, the young draft picks, are now taking shape and starting to fill roles in the top 6. You know, obviously, look, they could absolutely struggle. They could drown tonight for all we know. But it is very exciting that our homegrown, well, not homegrown, but our very own draft picks are, you know, taking up 5 of the 6 spots in the top 6. That is exciting to see if you are a Blackhawk fan and not a weird hater that's like overly critical of everything and like a total Ebenezer Scrooge. This is awesome to see. Third line, checking line, he's kept these guys together. Tyler Bertuzzi with Dickinson and Ilya Mikheyev. Dude, what's your hang up on Burakovsky? He's a baller. He's not been great as of late. He just hasn't been. He just has not been fantastic as of late. That's all. I think he's a great dude. I think that he's been an awesome acquisition for the Blackhawks. I just don't think he's been good the past couple weeks. And so that's all. That's all I'd say. Like we've seen different players get moved off the first line, but Andre Burakovsky has been a staple on that line. And I would just maybe make the point that some players further down the lineup that are, you know, putting stretches together of like really good play should maybe get rewarded. Okay, see, so like CHSN, I got to be like way behind because it's saying there's 18 minutes till puck drop, and that just can't be true. That's all I'm saying about Andre Burakovsky. That's all. But look, I hope he lights it up tonight and scores 2 and shuts me up. I would love nothing more. All right, good. And then fourth line, Ryan Donato, Nick Foligno, Landon Slaggert. No Colton Dach, no Sam Lafferty. I don't think Colton Dach's injured. I think he is just the healthy scratch tonight, which I know some people might not like. But look, when you've got Nick Foligno and you've got, you know, some of these guys, you're not going to scratch these guys. And Colton Dach is kind of the odd man out. And I know that's like knee-jerk reaction is that's upsetting, but realistically, I think Nick Lardis is the guy that, like, if it weren't for Nick Lardis playing well, if it weren't for Nick Lardis staying up with the first team even after Connor Bedard comes back from injury, if it weren't for Nick Lardis, Colton Dach would be in the team. He'd be on the fourth line, and that's something I'm okay with. That's something I can live with if it means we get to see 76. And then the D pairings, keeping it simple, stupid. Alex Vlasic, Louis Crevier, Wyatt Kaiser, Artem Levshinov, Matt Grzelcyk, Connor Murphy. Who is in between the pipes tonight? It's got to be... What is this? What's his deal? It's got to be Nighter tonight, right? Yeah. Spencer Knight and net. Okay. Cool. What I needed to tell you guys, though, is that I, on good authority, eyewitness testimony, the Chicago Blackhawks were at Butch McGuire's Friday night late after the Tampa Bay Lightning loss. After their defeat in a shootout to the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Chicago Blackhawks may or may not have allegedly, possibly, maybe not saying they did, not saying they weren't, not saying they were, maybe were at Butch McGuire's until late. Which is maybe a good thing. That's maybe a good thing. You know, I've had plenty of nights at Butch McGuire's. You know, maybe that's a good thing. I'll tell you what, if they get absolutely pumped tonight because they're playing 3 games in 4 days and in the meantime going out and partying at Butch McGuire's, if they lay a stinker tonight, I am going to be screaming about it on the stream. If they play well, I'm going to be talking about how this team is built for greatness and that team bonding, like going out after a loss and going out in a span of, you know, when you got 3 games in 4 days, I'm going to say it's a great thing. I'm going to say it's what championship teams are made of. I'm going to say that it's actually largely the reason why they win tonight. So it's kind of in their hands. It's kind of in their hands, chat, but they were indeed at Butch McGuire's on Friday night. Bedard needs someone with more finishing power on his line. I agree. I have called for Nick Lardis to be on that line. I've called for Tyler Bertuzzi to be on that line. But we'll see. We'll see. Oliver Moore, Burakovsky. I mean, there's a lot of speed on that line. With Bedard, Moore, and Burakovsky, there is a lot of speed. So, we'll see. Noticeable relief when you realize Knight is in net. Well, yeah, he's like one of the best goalies in the world. Of course. That's not even a slant. Like, I'm not even on Arvid Soderblom's ass the way, like, half this fan base is. I think Arvid Soderblom has, like, done pretty well, all things considered, throughout the season. It's just Spencer Knight is one of the best goalies in the world. Also, chat, I've been watching the show Bridgerton. Has anybody seen the show Bridgerton? Has anyone seen the show Bridgerton? Why did nobody tell me that Seth Jones is in Bridgerton, dude? I did not know that Seth Jones was in Bridgerton. You cannot tell me this guy doesn't look like Seth Jones. You cannot tell me that the Duke of Hastings does not look like Seth Jones. I had no clue Seth Jones. Maybe that's why he was playing so bad for Chicago. He was acting in a British television show. Duke of Hastings, Seth Jones. All right. That's all I had to say. Those are my 2 things. Seth Jones is in Bridgerton, and the Chicago Blackhawks were partying at Butch McGuire's Friday night. Allegedly, maybe, probably. Burt skates about the same speed as Burakovsky, though. That is an all-time bad take. That's not even a bad take. That is just factually wrong. That is something that can be tested. And that's not true. Tyler Bertuzzi is slow as molasses. Tyler Bertuzzi cannot skate. But he doesn't need to because he's such an intelligent player. He uses his body so well. He's so great around the net. He's so good at like other things, but Tyler Bertuzzi is not nearly as fast as Andre Burakovsky. That's like saying Andre Burakovsky is just as good as Tyler Bertuzzi at finishing around the net. You know, it's like, no, he's not. That's like saying Oliver Moore's shot is just as good as Connor Bedard's. It's like, whoa. Whoa. All right. Let's go. I'm hyped for this game, man. We've got the future. We got the youth in the top 6 tonight. This is exciting. We are underway. Also, I hope you guys, if you haven't yet, put out episode 2 of my podcast with B-Hawk memes today. And it was a good conversation. So I recommend you guys tap in if you haven't yet. Watch it tomorrow when you're at work or something. All right, corner battle here. We've got the Dickinson line out against Florida's. I guess what even is Florida's top line? This is Listerainen, Lindell, and Marchand. Are they running that, or is there someone else on that line? Yeah, no, it's Listerainen, Lindell, and Marchand. Matthew Tkachuk is indeed back. Big Gus sends up 7-0 on Vegas. Jesus. Can't watch the game tonight because of NHL Network. It's on CHSN. It's not an NHL Network game. If you're in market, it's CHSN. If you're out of market, it's ESPN+. It ain't NHL. It ain't NHL Network, big dog. Good poke there from Oliver Moore. Goes past Bedard, though. So the Bedard line's up against Bennett, Tkachuk, and who else is it? Oliver Moore behind the net. Oh, he gets pushed off of it by Mikkola. Who is that guy? 95? I don't even know who that guy is. That's not Samoskevich, is it? Isn't Samoskevich like 11? Okay, that was just a blatant pick that just got set on Louis Crevier. Maybe too many men, though? No. Lardis gets tied up as he tries to enter the zone. Florida dumps it in. Rodriguez, oh my gosh. Pressures Levshinov. Delayed offsides here. Offsides on Florida. The ref had a nice view of that one. That was a really nice poke check by Louis Crevier on Sam Bennett there. I love Louis Crevier, man. Out of markets, NHL Network. Oh, gotcha. That's weird. That's really random. Does it say that on the ESPN app? Oh, it does. You're right. Out of market, it's NHL Network. That's cheeks. I'm sorry about that. NHL Networks, like, that situation really sucks because it's not available on like YouTube TV. It's not available on the things I pay for. They need to like figure that out. They need NHL Network needs to be way more accessible. It should be like very accessible, especially for the United States. Like, you want to grow the game, the NHL Network games should be like big deal. Like, those should like basically nationally broadcasted games. Those should be very accessible. Stream it online. Yeah, well, you could do that. You could do that for anything. But for me, like, a lot of nights when like the Hawks aren't playing and I'm going to watch hockey, I'll be like, oh, I really want to watch this Avalanche versus, Vegas game. This is a really good game. I want to watch this. But then it's the NHL Network game. And it's like, do I really want to pull out my computer and like go through all the ads and, you know, constantly have to refresh and constantly have to go back in after the stream crashes, or I could just watch Devils versus Tampa on ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if the game on NHL Network's better, I'm not going to go through the hassle to watch it when I could just pull up, like, I could just multi-stream 2 or 3 games on ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? I have to pay for streaming DirecTV just to get NHL Network, as I have YouTube TV. Yeah, see, that's ridiculous. That sucks. Lee is literally my only way to see the Hawks. Okay. Well, I'm glad I can. I'm glad I can be that for some people, but I mean, if you have no way to see the Hawks, I would maybe recommend streaming it on a website of sorts. Here's Grizzlick from the point, shoots wide, looking for a tip from McCabe, doesn't get it. Dickinson gets pushed in the corner by Lindell. Bertuzzi comes up with the puck. Murphy shot from the point, blockered away. Grizzlick plays it around for Bertuzzi behind the net. Maybe a turnover here. McCabe with a good look. Gets saved. Really good work from this line. This is a bully line right here. This Bertuzzi, Dickinson, McCabe line. They're going to have some nice, like, ozone sustained pressure shifts where they're just, like, being mean along the wall. They're all good along the wall, those 3 guys. Lee's our only way of seeing the Hawks. Solidarity. I'm glad I can be that for you guys. Nice play by Moore. Can he find a pass? Plays it into an area. Bedard loses the battle to Ekblad. Understandably so. I didn't start the clock. I'm sorry. We're at 11:40 or 15:46. I'm going to catch up. Shot from, oh no, it wasn't really a shot. You just threw it to the corner. Nice stick there from Vlasic. He finds Moore. Moore skates well, passes it to Burakovsky. Burakovsky enters the zone, cuts back, leaves it for Bedard. Bedard's got through. Oliver Moore just got taken down behind the net. He is just giving Ekblad hell right now. Oliver Moore, oh my goodness. This kid is unreal. Oliver Moore is so good. Found Bedard with the pass there. Bedard wasn't able to get the shot on net, but man, I love how hard Oliver Moore works. This kid is just so fast. He's a little Energizer bunny out there. Aaron Ekblad literally tackled him 30 feet away from the play because he couldn't keep up with him. Does Blashill have something against Doc? Maybe not first line, but he deserves more minutes. Instead, he gets sat. Colton Doc's analytics are actually, guys, you know me, I hate the analytics shit. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Colton Doc's analytics are quite bad. Colton Doc's analytics are quite bad. Also, I think he might be like, I think he might have like the worst plus minus on the team. Which I know, given his role, you know, that doesn't say everything. And I'm not saying it does. But when you look at the Blackhawks lineup, when you look at some of the more veteran players, here's Nazar, finds Green. Oh, Green wasn't. Oh, nice shot. Comes in from Kaiser. It gets saved. Puck's still in. Kaiser dancing along the blue line. Backhands one into the zone. Lardis keeps it going for Nazar. Left-hand corner. Nazar passes it back for Grizzlick. Passes a little hot for him. He backhands one for Green, who gets ran into behind the net. Really good work by Frank Nazar along the wall. Oh, and then he gets cross-checked down to the ice. No call. Panthers come up with it. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to scratch Foligno. You're not going to scratch Ryan Donato. You know, he decided Slaggert's been playing well. He wanted to reward Slaggert, so he played Slaggert over Doc. You know, it's kind of like there aren't a ton of spots to go around. Oh, Donato finds Grizzlick. Grizzlick, has never scored. Like, Grzelcyk needs to shoot the puck. He never shoots the puck. He only looks for redirections, and it drives me insane. He was looking for Foligno's stick net front there. Shoot the fucking puck, bro. You had a wide open lane, and the Hawks are going to go to the box here, I think. Matt Grzelcyk needs to shoot the damn puck. I get that he's looking for redirections. I get that he's a good passer. I understand it. I understand he loves the shot pass. When you got a wide open lane, shoot the fucking puck. Shoot the puck. Oh, no. It's on Greer. Donato got taken down. I'm sorry. Hawks are going to the peeper. I hope the Hawks win, but low-key respect the Panthers. I wouldn't be too mad if we lose to the Panthers. I mean, I respect the Panthers too, but I want to beat them. The Panthers are a team you should feel very good about beating because we have their draft pick. I'll remind you guys, we have the Florida Panthers first-round draft pick this year. It's lame that they go after injured guys in the NHL. What do you mean? Wirt called us to shovel snow, which sucked, and then I came home to find this is an NHL Network exclusive game. Damn, all you guys struggling with the NHL Network thing. If you guys want me to do you a favor, if this favor I'm going to tell, if this suggestion I'm going to tell you is going to lead you to clicking off my stream, I kind of don't want to tell you it, but out of the kindness of my heart, if you want to watch this game, go to your browser and type in vipro.nu, VIPROW.nu. I hope I don't get banned for this. I don't know. I don't know what that does. I don't know what that does, actually. I don't know what you can find on there. I don't know if you can find the Blackhawks game on there. I don't even know what that is. VIPROW.nu. You're welcome. I had two screens. There you go. VIPROW.nu for all you NHL Network out-of-market heathens that can't watch the game. Shout out to Troy Murray. It is Hockey Fights Cancer Night, right? I'm sorry if I have not mentioned that yet. Pay your respects. I didn't say anything. Yes. Shh. Keep it down, chats. I didn't say anything. I didn't tell you that. You guys found that out on your own. All right. Bedard to Bertuzzi. Down low. Back to Bedard. Hawks cooking on the power play here. Levshunov moves it over for Burakovsky on the left side. His pass kind of gets scuffed, but it still gets to Nazar in the slot, who passes it back to Levshunov. Here's Bedard. Down low. Bertuzzi backhands one. Oh, it gets saved. Cats get it out of the zone. You're welcome. Bedard's going to chip it in here. I think Panthers are just going to be able to get this out. Yeah. That didn't work. Who are Panthers still missing? Their best player, Sasha Barkov. The best two-way center. Oh my gosh, I just spat like crazy. The best two-way center in the game, Sasha Barkov. And Seth Jones. Your guys' chat's favorite player, the Duke of Hastings, Seth Jones, is out. And I think that's the only notable guys. All right. Bedard rings one around the boards. This power play's been really bad. Hawks have not been able to get anything set up outside of that first. Nice, good save, good keep from Levshunov on the line. But then the puck ends up getting out of play. Second unit's going to come on here, I'd assume. Barkov, best two-way player after Frundell. Okay. All right, Ralph. You know what? Maybe you're right. Hawks win the draw. Here's Grzelcyk. Over to Oliver Moore. Left-hand side. Back to Grzelcyk. Lardis finds Green. Back to Lardis. Down low for Foligno. Foligno goes behind the net. Lardis, went to rip one and he fanned on it. Bummer. Panthers clear it. That'll do it for the Hawks power play. 5 seconds left. Maybe they can get the puck into the zone. They're just going to dump it in. Mikheyev tries to get it to Dickinson. Puck doesn't get there. And high stick. This team has no idea how to play the power play. Bedard should be shooting the puck from the high slot. Don't they have like the 13th best power play in the league? Screw it. I'll put Lee on the big screen and watch the game on my phone. That's W ball knowledge. That's W puck knowledge. Elite ball knowledge right there. Put Lee on the big screen. Have me screaming in your living room or bedroom on your TV. That's the best way to do it. All right, Greer passes one back to the point. Dude, I'm sorry. I've not watched much Florida Panthers this year because, well, regular season Florida Panthers hockey just doesn't matter. It's can they get to the playoffs and get there healthy? I don't know who some of these cats are. No pun intended. Samasevich shoots one that gets blocked by Murphy. Oh, a nice toe save there from Spencer Knight. It was a dangerous backhand opportunity. Kachuk gets it behind the net, tries to just throw one out in front for someone. Hawks get it out. This is a tough matchup. This is a good assignment for Bedard, Moore, Burakovsky. This Bennett Kachuk line. It's been struggling as of late. Yeah, I mean, we've seen this before where it's like they mix up the units and then they struggle for a bit and then they get hot and then once they get cold again, they mix up the units again and it's like rinse repeat. The power play will get hot and score for we'll score 3 games in a row and then they'll go 6 games without one. Offsides. Bedard tried to stick handle it. Bedard's just got to... I'm sorry. In that situation, Bedard's got to trust his guy. Bedard just needs to chip that off the wall and let Oliver Moore use his legs and skate him behind. Bedard trying to, stick handle that guy, on the blue line. Just chip it in off the wall and let Moore go onto it. Hawks Peeper is 0 for 15 over the last 7 games. Yeah, it's pretty cheeks. Can we find a term other than peeper? It's kind of funny, though. Trade for Brady, Kachuk, or Robo if returns are similar. Yeah, I'd be down to package a lot of assets to get one of those 2 players. It would take a lot. But here's Nazar. Oh, try to backhand one over for Louis Crevier, who joined the rush late. Puck didn't get through the defenseman. Now here comes Rodriguez for the Panthers. Finds the trailing man, Ekblad. His shot gets blocked by Crevier. Good stick defensively from Frank Nazar, who's now flying up in the rush. He's going to take it to the net. He cuts back and loses an edge. He should have just taken that to the net and made a mess of it. Created a car crash. Nazar gets it behind the net and just gets tackled by Gus Forsling. Good shift there from Nazar on both ends. Would have liked to see him take that to the net, though. Joseph, he says tinkle. You know I say these words ironically, right? I say them for a bit. What do you want me to say? Excuse me, guys. I'm going to go piss. I'm going to go pee. I'm going to go urinate. No, come on. I'm classy. I'm going to go tinkle, bro. Come on. Foligno battling in the corner. Panthers come up with it, but good work by Louis Crevier along the wall. Now the Panthers are going to be able to get situated and carry it out. Here's Brad Marchand into the Blackhawks zone. Gets around Vlasic, but yeah, sorry. Sorry, Brad. Sorry, Marshy. Maybe a few years ago you're getting by Vlasic. Too big, too strong, too fast, too good. Alex Vlasic. Wow. Kaiser beating Marchand to that puck. He is insane. He is so fast. It's ridiculous. He can just get moving faster than anybody on this team. Kaiser. Like, he can close a guy down in half a second. It's crazy to see. Nazar's brutal. What? Nazar's brutal. Did you see that back check he had on Ekblad? And then he gets on the puck and carries it all the way up the ice? He's not brutal. Nazar's looked way better than I expected him to look coming back from this injury. Oh, no. Hits a couple bodies. Kachuk had a golden opportunity from the slot. Thank you, Mr. Knight. Makes the save. Whew. Gonna go take a peeper. Peeper's a thing from CHR last year. It was like Tassos had like a, I don't know, some kid he was coaching asked for time on the peeper. And they just thought it was so funny because the kid like was not going to be a kid they were going to put on the power play. And so it's just like funny to call it a peeper because that ass kid called it the peeper. TYMK. Dude's coming off a broken jaw. I don't even get like what like even if he wasn't coming off of a broken jaw, like it's just, oh my gosh, man. I just find criticism for young players that haven't played 82 games in the NHL but have showed like really good spurts. I just find it strange. Everyone talks about Korchinski's skater. I don't think Korchinski is half as good of a skater as Wyatt Kaiser is. I think if he was, he'd be in the NHL. Nazar's play was bad before he got injured after a fast start. Well, before the broken jaw, he was dealing with another injury. Oh, you know what? That's probably what they were doing at Butch McGuire's. They were probably celebrating Oliver Moore's birthday. Nazar, him, and Burakovsky both getting knocked off the puck really easily. I think you just notice it more with Nazar more than other young players because Nazar's way more willing to go into the dirty areas and he battles along the boards harder than other young players on this team. And so you can see him get rubbed off the puck more. Nice work by Bedard. 2-on-1 here developing. Oh, damn, what a back check. Oh, Murphy with a good look. It gets saved. Here's Bedard now. Tries to throw into the front for Murphy. It gets steered to the corner. Nice hit by Lardis on Greer. Panthers get it out, but only as far as center ice. Hawks dump it in right away. Murphy sends it in. Oliver Moore here on the forecheck, battling in the corner. Bedard comes over to help him out. Samoskevich is going to carry it out, and he just backhands one into the Blackhawks zone. Levshinov kind of got the puck taken from him by Verhaeghe, but it's okay. Oh, no, brutal turnover here. It's all right. Knight makes the save. Oliver Moore throws one across the ice for Burakovsky. Burakovsky enters the zone, and his pass is out of the reach of Frank Nazar. Here comes the Cats. Evan Rodriguez drops one for Forsling. Forsling plays it along the wall for Reinhart, who gets dispossessed easily by Wyatt Kaiser. Kaiser cuts back and passes one to Levshinov. Man, Wyatt Kaiser has played a perfect game thus far. Wyatt Kaiser's been perfect thus far. 14 minutes in. Levshinov dumps it in. Listerainen's the first to it. Nice forechecking by Landon Slager. Almost forces a turnover. Cats get back on it. They dump it in. Shocker. Spencer Knight plays it, slows it down for Connor Murphy, who does really well with one hand to move it up the boards. Donato finds Foligno, who's going to dump it into the Florida zone. Donato tried to grab the puck out of the air, but it bounces off of his hand, and the Florida Panthers get it. Dispossessed by Murphy. Murphy finds Donato. Donato just tries to whack it into the Florida zone. Oh, it's Jeff Petrie. Jeez. Kachuk has it along the wall. Dickinson takes it from him, but Panthers keep it in. Now McCabe's going to be able to release and find Donato, who's just going to chip it in and go for a change. Nice interception by Jason Dickinson in the O-zone. Vlasic flings one towards the net, goes wide. Now Crevier shoots one. It gets tipped just wide. Bertuzzi passes back to the point. Vlasic shoots it again. It gets saved. The Blackhawks' big defensemen are just letting everything go. Vlasic shoots again. This one's glove saved, and they hold on. Vlasic and Crevier just decided they were going to shoot everything. Imagine this season without Spencer Knight. Why? Why would I imagine that? Why would I do that to myself? Lee, you're 10 seconds behind, and I'm watching from Budapest. I know I'm live streaming on YouTube. It's 15 seconds behind. My stream, like I have the stream up on my laptop right next to me, and it's 15 seconds behind what I'm watching. This third line is clearly our best line tonight. That's not super shocking. It's not super shocking. Give the kids some time. Give the kids some time. Let them figure each other out. I'd like to see a couple more games of this top six. These the top six personnel has not played much together this year. Nazar and Green have not played much together at all. Like this Nazar Green Lardis line is completely new. And Bedard has not played with Oliver Moore like at all. Give it some time. They've all played together for 15 minutes so far. So let's give it some time. Bertuzzi, McCabe, and Dickinson have played a lot of hockey together this year. Oh my God. The coaches probably told Kaiser to pay attention to Forsling. It's a great archetype for him, 100%. We will never win in regulation again because the Hawks have a scoring goals problem. The Hawks are 2-0-1 in their last three. And we're complaining. No, I agree. They need to find some offense. But I mean, you have to appreciate the fact that like they're playing tight checking games and playing well defensively despite the scoring woes. And you also have to appreciate that the coach is giving us different combinations and mixing things up to try to find solutions. Like I'm watching 5 of our players in the top 6 have been drafted by the Blackhawks over the past like 3 years. That I literally cannot comprehend complaining right now. This is all I want. This is what I expected. This is what I wanted from this season. I didn't think the Hawks would be doing nearly as well as they are to this point, and I'm getting to see all the young players in the top 6. 4 of our top 4 defensemen are all under the age of 24. I can't comprehend complaining. This is what I wanted to watch. I'm okay with this team losing. I just want this team to get better. Like, guys, we're coming out of a rebuild. This is like... Were you guys watching last year? Like, this is amazing. This is as good as it gets. I don't know how you could watch games last year and be, like, miserable right now. This is heaven compared to last year. This is... Hey, at least we're complaining that we're not winning in a way that we like. Exactly, dude. I was watching Pat Maroon fucking lug a piano on his back last year on a line with Craig Smith and Lucas Reichel. And we're complaining about production from Frank Nazar. Like, oh my gosh. I was watching Craig Smith and Lucas Reichel and Pat Maroon. Bertuzzi shot gets saved. Like, guys, oh my gosh. I already forgot about Craig Smith. I didn't. Never forget. I'll never forget. We had Nick Foligno was playing top 6 minutes last year. Like, guys. We had Joey Anderson. Oh my gosh, we had Joey Anderson playing with Connor Bedard. Oh my gosh. There are people in this stream right now that don't know who Joey Anderson is. Here's Matthew Chuck. Oh, almost found. Who the fuck is that? What's his name? Sandis Vilmanis. Young lad. Recalled from Charlotte. He made his NHL debut yesterday. All right. I'm not familiar with his game. Forgive me. Lardis Bedard Green, my life is complete. Streets, don't forget. I miss Alex DeBrincat. I don't miss Alex DeBrincat, man. If you don't trade Alex DeBrincat, you probably don't get Connor Bedard. Alex DeBrincat is not a player you win. That's not like a cornerstone piece for a Stanley Cup team. Slaggert plays it in for Foligno. Panthers come up with it. Mackie Samoskevich flying through the neutral zone into the Hawk zone. Shoots one. Oh my gosh. Almost squeaked through Knight. That would have been a hell of a goal. Moore gets onto it. He almost got free on a breakaway there. Puck kind of bounced on him. He passes one back to the point for Levshinov. Now Kaiser. Back to Artie. Artie flings one towards the net. Oh, Moore net front. Man, how good has Oliver Moore been? Petrie comes up with it. Reinhart moves it out to center. Rodriguez kind of loses the puck, but regains control and shoots one at Spencer Knight from behind the blue line. Levshinov tries to spring Oliver Moore in. Cats get the puck back. A team with Alex DeBrincat as its second best forward is not winning Stanley Cup? Yeah, not even close. The last 6 seasons has been nightmares. Yeah, and I don't think it takes a fucking crystal ball to realize that the next 6 seasons aren't going to be a nightmare. You know? I think it's quite easy to tell that the next 6 seasons are not going to be nightmares. From the glimpse that we've seen this year, I think that's quite obvious. I can put up with 6 seasons of nightmares because I had 6 seasons of domination in early 2010s. My childhood was... Many of the best moments of my childhood were unironically given to me by this organization. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and complain when there are Vancouver Canucks fans who have lived and breathed this sport and, like, been obsessed with their teams. They've lived and died and not seen a ring. And I saw 3 in a span of 6 years. I'm not going to sit here and complain about 6 frustrating years of hockey. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Especially since I so clearly see what is on the horizon. DeBrincat is this textbook second-line scoring option, a team with Alex DeBrincat. Oh, I read that already. He had 2 40-goal seasons for the Hawks. We don't have a goal scorer right now. They're coming. They're coming. What do you mean we don't have a goal scorer right now? What is Connor? Is Connor Bedard a plumber? Is Connor Bedard a plumber, chat? Lee, in the intermission, can we go back and look at the lineups from when Bedard was out with jaw injury rookie year so these people will be grateful for what we're watching? How would I even look that up? (2023, 2024 roster. I always want to add an A to the word roster. All right, so Connor Bedard, most points on the team, 61 points in 68 games. Pretty good. Philip Kurashev, second most points on the team, 54 points in 75 games. Nick Foligno, 37 points in 74 games. Jason Dickinson, Tyler Johnson, Seth Jones, Ryan Donato, Joey Anderson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Joey Anderson was in the top 10 in scoring with 17 points. We had Corey Perry for a few games until he did something that we'll never find out what he did. That was weird. We're just going to sweep that under the rug and act like it never happened. Boris Kachuk. Real ones remember Macker. Mackenzie Entwistle. Is he even in the league? Is Mackenzie Entwistle in the league? What is Macker up to? Oh, he's literally signed by the... he's on Florida. Or they have his rights. Sorry, I know you guys can't see this. My bad. Yeah, he's been balling up for the Charlotte Checkers. He's been playing for the Charlotte Checkers in the AHL. He's literally not an NHL talent. He left the Chicago Blackhawks. The Florida Panthers signed him, and he's not played a game for them. Mackenzie Entwistle. He was playing important minutes for the Blackhawks 2 seasons ago. And I promise you, he's a better hockey player now than he was then. And he's not an NHL player now. So he's gotten better since this season. Damn, was... Oh, I was going to say, damn, was Wyatt Kaiser a fucking plus 20? Wyatt Kaiser was... All these dashes, Wyatt Kaiser. Donut. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. He's always had it. Jeez, man. Shocking. Shocking. Shocking lineup. Truly shocking. Is Khrushchev still on the Sharks? Yeah, he's actually doing pretty well for the Sharks. Not as good as this. He's not having the Bedard season. But what you know about 2023 Colin Blackwell? Colin Blackwell was special. Colin Blackwell was a beast. He competed, man. Say what you will, he competed. The streets, I think, definitely will forget Taylor Radish. I'm not going to lie. I think the streets might forget Taylor Radish. Yeah, this team was hot fucking ass, dude. And so when I see people losing their minds, complaining about really anything right now, like, I get if you have concerns. I get if you want the team to get better. But that's not the vibe I get. That's not like the energy people put off. It's not like, I'm really pumped with what's going on right now, and I really believe in the future of this team. But I think we need more talent on the left wing. That's not, people don't say that. I say that. I say that. But then people are like, man, this team can't score goals. There's no high-end talent on this team. It's like, dude, we've been drafting twice in the first round and twice in the second round for the past 3.5 years. We're going to have some high-end talent. Like, a couple of these guys are going to be stars. I know, and everyone loves to say they're not all going to pan out. A couple of them are going to pan out and be very good. It's just a numbers game, Tenority, yeah. Yeah, dude. It was pretty bad. So, look, I think Nick Lardis can definitely be a goal scorer. I think Nick Lardis is going to improve. I think Nick Lardis is going to... the final Nick Lardis product is not going to be what we're seeing right now. He's just getting his feet wet. Same thing with Oliver Moore. Oliver Moore's been fantastic as of late. And he's still going to get a lot better than he is right now. People don't have patience. Yeah, and the rebuttal to that is like, why should we? This is the Blackhawks. They've been bad for so long. Like, we pay the tickets, we keep the lights on, we buy the jerseys. It's like you saw 3 cups. You're not going to win a Stanley Cup every year. You saw 3 cups. You saw one in 2010, you saw one in 2013, you saw one in 2015. Like, you got it. When you put together a team that good and are competitive for that many years in a row, and you invest in the players and you splurge all your money on a few players, and then you trade all your futures assets to try to be as competitive as possible, eventually it's going to end. The contending window for that group should not have ended as quickly and abruptly and as soon as it did, without a doubt. The final few years of Taves and Kane were, for me, more frustrating than the last couple years, if I'm being honest with you. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I got 3 cups. Like, I remember where I was, what I was doing, who I was with, all 3 of those games, Blackhawks should have taken the trade with Dallas for Robertson and thrown in Nazar. I mean, I don't know. I think Frank Nazar is going to be a very good NHL player. I think Nazar is going to be a really good NHL player. Hit so far Vlasic, Kaiser, Bedard, Lardis, Moore, Bedard twice, Crevier, Green, Nazar. Just like when people say some of these guys won't pan out, there will also be players who we aren't aware of who become crucial players, like Louis Crevier. No, I'd say all those guys are hits, especially like considering where they were drafted and stuff. Like I think every single one of those guys, I would include Sam Rinzel in that at 25th overall. I think Sam Rinzel is going to be a great. You can't see the size and skating ability of Sam Rinzel and not conclude that he's going to be a really good NHL defenseman, especially where the game's going. Like defensemen need to be able to get up in the rush. They need to be able to skate out of pressure. If he can just get like stronger, which like that's easy. Like I could do that. I can get stronger. Like just get him on a mass gainer, give him a trend cycle for the summer. Like I think Sam Rinzel is going to be a really good NHL defenseman. And it's hard to have the right side of your defense like mapped out. And the Blackhawks have that. The Blackhawks have that. With Artie and Rinzel and Crevier. It's like you just like you've got your defense sorted, you've got the goaltending sorted. Yeah, you need a few high-end forward pieces, but you don't even know if you don't have high-end forward pieces yet. Like it's too early. All you know is that you've got a ton of assets. All you know is you have a ton of cap space, you have a ton of draft picks, and you have a ton of prospects. Now, what you need is elite high-end forwards. You need a couple of them. That's either going to come from the prospects you already have, or you can use those to trade. You've got so many of them, you can trade them for like one guy, you know? Like the Blackhawks have all the means to create an absolute wagon. They've got everything they need to have an absolute wagon for years. Like that's just obvious. Like even if you think Kyle Davidson hasn't done a good job drafting this far and he should have taken Demidov instead of Levshinov, like even if you have those criticisms of Kyle Davidson, the Blackhawks have everything at their disposal to make amends for that. The Blackhawks have everything at their disposal to bring in high-end talent. Smith and Jigba tearing it up. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm so checked out from the NFL. I'll watch the Super Bowl. Hi, Mom. My mom texted me hi. Hello, Mom. But yeah, I have all the faith in the world in this Blackhawks team. It's like you've got the cornerstone piece in Connor Bedard. You've got a 1C that's elite enough to win a Stanley Cup with. You've got a goaltender that's elite enough to win a Stanley Cup with. You've got the most important thing, which is a solid D-core that can skate and move the puck. It's just the forward group, and that was the last thing that this general manager drafted, and so we're just waiting on it. And we're starting to see it come to fruition. Tonight, we have 5 players that have been drafted over the last couple seasons in the top 6. It's happening. Like, it's happening, guys. It's happening. We had Craig Smith and Pat Maroon on a line with Lucas Reichel last year. It's happening, and it's happening quick, damn it. It's not taking 5 years. It's just not. Last year, this team was the second to last team in the league with Craig Smith and oh my gosh, who was that criminal on defense? TJ Brody! TJ Brody was playing for this team last year. It's happening, and it's happening quick. Even if you're impatient, you don't even have to wait that long. It's going to happen that quick. They're already so deep in the rebuild, I'd rather they play it out with what they got. That's what they're going to do. Worry not. I mean, people are going to get impatient, but worry not. That's what they're going to do. The general manager has all the support in the world from the owners. The problem with having so many young potential stars is that you're not going to be able to re-sign all of them. Yeah, you probably are. The ones you want, you are. This team has so much future cap space. You realize all the cap that's being taken up right now is on the veteran players that are expiring either this year or the following year. Like, that's the other great thing about the Blackhawks situation. What did I just do? What did I just do? Did you guys lose me? Am I still here? Just hit this remote and went to Prime Video on my monitor. Okay, I've got too many things sitting on the side of my desk here. It's not just the futures assets. It's not just the draft capital. It's not just the prospects, right? It's not just the players we have right now. It's the contracts. Kyle Davidson's done a great job of it. The worst contract that the Blackhawks had last year was the Duke of Hastings, Seth Jones. And guess what he did? He traded that contract, he traded that player, and got the goalie of the future and a first-round pick for just retaining a little bit of salary. That's what this general manager did. This team is going to have so much money. They're going to have too much money. They're literally brought in who'd they bring in? Ryan Ellis. He's not even a player anymore. He's retired. They brought him in just so that they can make sure that they reach the cap floor next year. Like, they are going to have so much money. They've got Alex Vlasic. Under contract until 2030 at 4.6. That's a heist. That's a steal. That is a steal that they have Seth Jones at that price. Connor Murphy's coming off the books, $4.4 million more. And mind you, the cap is going up. The cap is going up like $10 million a year for the next 2 seasons. Their projected cap space next season is $47 million. Their projected cap space the year following is $83 million. Their projected cap space in the McDavid year is almost $90 million. They are going to be able to sign every single player they want. And here's the good thing about all these young players is they're all going to get deals after their like entry levels are done. They're not going to be getting Bedard tickets. Ryan Green's not getting a Bedard ticket in 2 years, Ryan Green is getting a reasonable first contract. Maybe it's a bridge deal, maybe it's a long-term deal at a good rate. Regardless of what it is, it's not going to be expensive. Oliver Moore is not going to be expensive in 2 seasons. He's just not. Landon Slaggert's probably not going to be on the Blackhawks in 2 years. Nick Lardis is not going to be Nick Lardis you got on this entry-level deal for 2 more seasons after this one. Then he's an RFA. Colton Dock's not going to be expensive. None of these guys are going to be expensive. Sam Lafferty's coming off the books. Ilya Mikheyev's coming off the books. Maybe you re-sign Ilya Mikheyev. Jason Dickinson's getting traded at the deadline. Nick Foligno is going to retire after this year. And then you've got Teuvo Teravainen, Tyler Bertuzzi, and Andrei Burakovsky next year. And then you got an extra year of Bertuzzi. The future is saying the future's bright is like the most is the understatement of the century. It's like you literally have to try to fuck this thing up. You've got you could put me in the GM chair right now. I'm a plebe. I'm a plebeian. I don't know anything. You could put me in the GM chair right now. I could win this team, this organization, a Stanley Cup in 5 years, given the situation. Like, I really think it's like that. Like, I'm not joking about that. Like, I genuinely think this is a hard situation to fuck up. I never thought they'd get that much out of Jones, let alone get him off. Dude, like a week before, maybe a week and a half before the Seth Jones, Spencer Knight trade, I said that. And I I talked about it on my podcast. I texted my buddies about it. No one thought that it would even happen. And he actually got a first for it. Like, the deal he got was better than, like, my dream scenario. That was one of my best, like, W puck knowledge moments of my young hockey coverage career, was calling the Seth Jones for Spencer Knight trade like a week before it happened. I asked, we had Greg Boysen from CHGO on our podcast, and I asked him about it like a week and a half before it happened. He said no, for the record. He said no to that trade. But I think it was because he didn't think it would happen. When do you think Kanserov will come to North America at the end of the season? Show the game, please. I can't show the game, dude. That's not like, that's a crime. I can't just that's like broadcaster streaming rights. That's literally against the law. I don't bro, go to a streaming website. Someone in chat can tell you a good streaming website that I told them all about earlier in the stream that I'm not going to reiterate. Penalty on the Hawks, Kaiser. 5-on-4 here for the Cats. Bennett throws one across for Marchand. Bounces off his stick. Here's Kachuk. Oh, Reinhart just rang one off the post from in tight. I think even if it was on net, I think Spencer Knight had it covered, but still a little scary there. Oh no, Reinhart. What a diving play from Wyatt Kaiser. Wait, Wyatt Kaiser's not in the box. He just made a great play on the PK. Good stick from Green there defensively. They did say, okay, nice. Came out of the zone. Offsides on Florida. That's nice. Puck comes out of the zone. Yeah, I think Spencer Knight had that post. What a diving play from Wyatt Kaiser. That Reinhart shot that hit the post, I think Knight had that covered. Gosh, Wyatt Kaiser's such a gangster, dude. That website actually worked. I was actually surprised. Dude, I used to use it for literally everything. Like in college. That was the only way I could watch the Blackhawks in college. And then there was like an entire season where I just didn't watch. That like one of Kane's last seasons, like maybe it was 2020. I was just like, fuck this. Because I couldn't watch. I didn't have like cable. And I was just like a broke college student and didn't have any money. Nice save from Spencer Knight on Samoskevich there. This is the end of the Florida power play. 4 seconds left. Blackhawks back to full strength, but Florida has possession. Nope, they pass it out of the zone. Hawks kill off another. Dude, our PK is so sexy. You can post it in chat. I don't care. I just don't want to keep saying it. I don't even know what you guys are talking about, honestly. I don't know what you're even alluding to, so. Oh, we've got Nazar, Lardis, and Bedard out there together. I am a little bricked right now. Please, can we... Panthers get it out of the zone. Nice move by Murphy there. Bedard almost coughs it up. Gets back on it, protects it well. Safe play from Bedard. Finds Murphy. Murphy plays it up the wall. Looking for Nazar, who passes it back for Lardis, who's just going to dump it in. Petrie plays it around. Nice hit from Lardis. Crevier keeps it. Foligno's there to keep it in the zone. Lardis rings it around the boards for Crevier. Crevier plays it in behind for Foligno, who just misses the puck. Sam Bennett should be able to get this out for the Panthers. He does. He finds Petrie, gains the Blackhawks zone, has Tkachuk on his left, looks for him, finds him in front of the net. Tkachuk deflected it wide. Nice defensive play from Wyatt Kaiser again to move it up the boards. Slaggert takes a hit to make a pass to Donato. Crevier carries it into the Panthers zone, plays it along the boards. Donato leaves it for Foligno, who plays it back to Vlasic. Vlasic throws one towards the net. It gets intercepted. Panthers get it out. Oh, Artie shoots one just wide. Bertuzzi throws one on net. It gets saved. Artie party. I didn't see it. I missed it. Oh my gosh, what a move. Artie dangled Mikkola. Holy shit, man. What a move from Artem Levshinov. Oh, it was a great blocker save. Damn, Artie is sick. That was awesome. That was awesome from number 55, chat. That's what we... See, it's like you see that. You see glimpses. When you see stuff like that, it's like, oh my gosh. If he can do that shit more frequently and less of like the atrocious pinches and blown coverage and sloppy turnovers, like if it was less of that and more of what we just saw, it's like, oh, that's why he's a second overall pick, you know? That's a second overall pick move right there. Yeah, this kid is a Fed. Are you a narc? He's a Fed. I'm so dead. Vipro.new, bro. Oh my gosh. Look it up. Vipro.new. Maybe is what you'd be looking for. Oh, Hawks are on Peeper. Gosh, I'm so concerned with this kid like finding a stream. He's probably a Panthers fan, you know? And I'm just like not paying attention to the game. And I'm like risking my life for him for no reason. Hawks start with the second unit here. And it's not going much better because they're not able to get anything set up so far. Lardis is going to dump it in. Tarasov tries to play it behind the Panthers' net. Thought for a moment Hawks were going to get on it, but they don't. Florida clears it the length of the ice. Spencer Knight leaves it for Grzelcyk. First unit comes on. Burakovsky carrying into the neutral zone. Flips one in for Bertuzzi, who has no wheels. And Florida plays it out, but it took a deflection, so no delay of game. 1 minute and 3 seconds left on the power play. Hawks going to have a face-off in the offensive zone. Bro, I just said it. All right, here's Bedard. Shoots one. Oh, that didn't miss by much. Damn. Did Tarasov get a piece of that, or did that hit the post? Oh, yeah. That got a piece of the glove. Damn. Come on. Come on, Nazar. Yeah, Frankie wins the draw. Burakovsky over to Lev. Bedard tries to make a quick play along the blue line. Panthers get it. Nice. Bedard attacking. Finds Bertuzzi. Nazar passes it back to Burakovsky. Burakovsky just throws a fucking grenade. Burakovsky throws a grenade at Tyler Bertuzzi in the corner, and he can't settle it down because it was at his knees. What the fuck is that? Already leaves it for Bedard. 16 seconds left on the power play. Bedard gains the zone. Looks for a pass. Kaiser to Levshinov. Nazar now. Oh, and his shot didn't have any mustard on it. Yeah, good. I love to see Kaiser out here. Kaiser shoots one. Oh, Bertuzzi maybe got a tip of it. It gets saved, though. Panthers back to full strength as they clear the ice. As they clear it the length of the ice. Like either a Fed or a Boomer, which is worse. Oh, you're a comedian. Oh my gosh, which is worse? Bedard gets pipe. At this point, why not try Kaiser on the PP? I would not be opposed to it at all. I would not be opposed to it at all. Give him the green light to just skate downhill. Make space. Nazar with the super weak shot. Yeah, he kind of just fanned on it. He didn't get much on that at all. Keep on rocking me, baby. During the second intermission, we're going to go through some of the names that got commented on the pod from today. How is it doing right now? Oh, hell yeah. It's already over a K. Fuck yeah. It's already at 1,000 views. That's awesome. Yeah, Justin and I are going to have to start cranking those out. They began that PP with Grizz, which makes no sense. Well, Grizzman's the second unit. They started that power play with the second unit. And Grizzlick is the point guy on that unit. So, did you put any money on the NFC Championship game? I'm going to be honest, I am so turned off after that Bears game, after that I was like almost crying last week. I could not care. I'll watch the Super Bowl. Could not care less about the championship games. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't even check the score from the earlier game. I have no clue what's going on right now. I don't even care. I probably won't even watch highlights. I'll probably throw on NHL. I'll probably play Xbox after tonight before I go to bed, honestly. Like, I could not care less. I'll watch the Super Bowl, though. I'm just heartbroken. It was the same thing. Like when the Hawks would get eliminated from the playoffs when I was a kid, I would not watch the rest of the playoffs. I just it would just remind me of the pain I felt, and I just couldn't do it. Nice. Foligno gets there first, no ice. But then he rings it around the boards for no one. Matthew Tkachuk's just going to have an easy out. By the way, the Panthers have, not impressed at all. They have not impressed at all. This is not the same team. I know they're missing a couple of important players. But, wow. This team is not, we should win this game. We definitely can win this game. Are you familiar with the USHL? I know what the USHL is, I was actually just so they added, the Chicago Steel USHL team is now playing at, an extension of the Fifth Third Arena where the Blackhawks play, or where the Blackhawks practice. And I was just there yesterday for a birthday party for an open skate. First of all, that barn is sick where the Steel play. And the new bars, the Rockies bar and the other restaurant in there are one-off hospitality. They're the company that the one-off, the hospitality group that owns my restaurant that I work at. their bar and restaurant. So I can go and get discounted food and beverage, which is pretty sick. I had my backpack. I was like walking over to the rink to like put on my skates and go skating with my friends for a birthday party. And I see one of my bosses and I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, dude, you know, these two establishments are one off? And I was like, no, dude, I did not know that. But I'm glad I do now. That's my story. That's my short story. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right, Levshinov makes a bad pass to Burakovsky. He gets it back, though. Plays it for Kaiser behind the Hawks' net. Kaiser dumps one all the way the length of the ice. It goes on net, so no icing. Lindell with a nice cross-ice pass for Marchand, who gains the Blackhawks zone. Got space. Ooh, good save from Spencer Knight. Jeff Petrie almost just fell into Spencer Knight. Wyatt Kaiser and Artem Levshinov are asking him why he did that. Is Paul Kahn still involved? Not real. I mean, he is still like, I think he's like considered like a partner or has like ownership stake, but he's not like around. I'll see him once every 5 months. Like, he probably doesn't even know my name, to be honest with you. He's like never there. Oh, here's Nazar. He's in! Oh my gosh, it gets saved. That was so close. Oh, man. Frankie Nazar with a great opportunity there. Gets in behind. Oh, what a save. It just hit his shoulder in like the corner of his mask. That was inches away from a goal. That was close. 2013, my hometown team won the Clark Cup, and they held a 3-on-3 tourney that summer. My team won. We got a picture with the Clark Cup. Very cool. Can somebody please tell me the one? Dude, I said it. I said it twice when you were in here. V I P R O W period N U. There you go. If you missed up a couple letters, you can go back 10 seconds on the stream and listen to that again. Nobody is going to type it in chat for the rest of the stream. I am not going to say it again. I just said it. If you cannot figure it out from that, you will not hear it again from any of us. Halfway through the game, 24 total shots. Yeah, it has not been a ton of offense in this one, has it? It's been a lot of dump and chase from both teams, which is the Florida Panthers' bread and butter. It's excruciating hockey to watch. The Florida Panthers normally make it look fun when they've got like all their talent in, they're like really trying, but I think when you've been in as many big games as these guys have been in over the past couple years, I don't know how you get up for a Blackhawks, regular season game halfway through the season before the Olympic break at 6 p.m., Like, is that really moving the needle for you? Don't back down. All right, Ryan Green dumps it in. Let's see if Lardis can get there first. Nice stick lift. Oh, puck bounced to a dangerous area, but no Blackhawk was there. Greer enters the Hawks zone, tries to get around Levshinov, but Levshinov makes a really good poke check. Cats keep it in. Oh. Bouncer gets through to Spencer Knight. He blockers it into the corner. Kaiser can't get it out. Now he will. Watch him skate. Backhands one over to Green. Puck gets taken away from him. Spencer Knight makes an easy save and holds on. They really have not tested Spencer Knight much tonight. You are allowed to subscribe to CHSN if you're in market, ESPN Plus if you're out of market. Yes, true. Johnny Gaudreau. Lee, what's going on with Bedard? I hate to say it, but like his play has not been good lately. Maybe put Lardis on top line. I don't know. Just looks slow. I mean, yeah, he's looks like he's like a notch slower since coming back from injury. He's not been, the same player after maybe the first 10 games, that run of like 20 games, 25 games, whatever it was. He was one of the best players in the league. He's not been quite back at that pace. I'm not worried about it. He's coming back from an injury. It might take him some time. We saw the progression this year. I'm not tweaking about it. I also think that there's been a lot of plays where he's hit posts and goalies have barely gotten a piece of shots. I think he's also set guys up and they've missed chances in games since he's been back that if like some of those plays go a little differently, the production looks a lot better, and I don't think anybody's asking these questions. So I think it's a combination of those things. I think he's going to be just fine. And I think he's going to be just fine very soon. That's my Bedard take. Like, we saw how good Bedard was at his best earlier this season. There's no need to tweak. Speaking of, he gets on the puck, passes it back for Vlasic. Let's see if they can find him with speed. Here he comes into the Florida zone. Cuts back, loses it. Damn. Florida tries a stretch pass for Hagee, tips into the Chicago zone. Grzelcyk picks it up and backhands one over to his D partner, Murphy. Murphy passes it up for Moore. Moore's going to chip it off the wall and chase it himself. Here's Bedard in the corner. Gets hit. Still has the puck. Works it back to Burakovsky. Burakovsky does well. Tries to get it to Moore. Bounces over his stick. Cat's going to get on it and carry it up. Wow, this has been a really boring game of hockey this far. I'll be honest. And I'm not one of these guys that's like, I need goals. It's just like there hasn't been much offense for either team. I'm trying to get into it for you guys, but it's just been like neither team's been able to do much in the other team's O-zone. Here's Tyler Bertuzzi in, maybe drops it for Dickinson, shoots. Tarasov makes the save and covers. Wish I could be in the building. Since I'm a fan of both teams. The Winter Storm in Chicago priced me out of the game, but at least NHL Network has it. Do you think Bedsy will get back up to the top 5 before postseason? Yes, I do. I think that the Olympic break is going to be fantastic for Connor Bedard. How has Artie looked since he got benched in the third a few games ago? He's looked good tonight. Bedard direct turnover. Yeah, that was bad. It's not the playmaking that's frustrating. It's the effort and the back check and standing still. Sam Bennett plays one behind the Hawks net. Kachuk gets there first, but he loses it. Lardis carrying. Chips one off the wall for Nazar, who has got to make a move around the referee, who's standing in his skating path. That's pretty frustrating. Now here comes the Cats the other way. Nice stick defensively from Lardis. It bounced right to Levshinov. But then Levshinov misses a pass, and it goes for icing. Icing on the Blackhawks. How did the live stream get ahead of you when it was behind you and I never left my either sites? I don't know. Did he just come back in here and ask what it's called again? Nobody say anything to that guy. Fucking idiot, dude. I told you. I've said it twice. I know, like, oh my gosh, Nazar just lost an edge skating onto this puck. Gets on it still. Throws it in the corner for Green. Green couldn't get on it. I quite literally spelled it out for you. I know that's like a figure of speech, but I literally spelled it out for you. So, this game feels like what non-playoff, non-lottery team feels like. Yeah, just kind of a bit of meh so far, but there's still a lot of hockey to be played. Oh, no. Oh, what a defensive play from Jason Dickinson. Evan Rodriguez was about to have a great look there. And Jason Dickinson, literally perfect timing on the back check. Got a stick in there before Erod could get the shot off. Now here's Kaiser. Kaiser, take it yourself, bro. Just skate. He shoots one. Oh, almost found Mikheyev back door. Oh, Jason Dickinson just stepped up to make a hit, but then he hit his own guy. Florida Panthers are on a 3-on-2. Rodriguez takes a shot. Saved by Spencer Knight. Thank you, Mr. Knight. Jason Dickinson just hit his own teammate. I think it was Mikheyev. Or maybe, no, it was Bertuzzi. Sorry. Jason, first rounder in return, Dickinson. Okay, I certainly never said that the Blackhawks would get a first round pick for Jason Dickinson. I did not say that. I don't know if that's a thing people are saying, but they shouldn't be. I said that I think if you retain like half that contract, you could get a second round pick for him. A non-playoff, non-lottery team is a team that finishes 12 to 15 from the bottom. Is that like pretty close to where the Blackhawks are currently at? I always just look at the wild card, not the league picture. No, the Blackhawks are 6th from the bottom. Keep on rocking me, baby. Win this game. Win this game. Oh, the Kraken won. That's kind of a bummer. Flames are up on the Ducks. Yeah, wow, the Sens piped the Golden Knights. Avs beat the Leafs 4-1, but at least Willie Nylander flicked off the camera. That was cool. Penguins are currently beating the Ducks 3-2. Or the Canucks. It's your brief look around the NHL. Bro, the website is not working. You got to keep clicking through pop-up ads, brother. It will work. Oh, my gosh. And the Panthers score. Just a broken play around the net. They just wedge it in past Spencer Knight. The Hawks find themselves better in this game. His 130-something NHL game, and it's his second career goal. Oh, that one was kind of a softie. Just a wraparound. Maybe it goes off Grzelcyk. Yeah, it just hits Grzelcyk and goes through Spencer Knight's legs. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That's a pretty shitty garbage goal. Jeff Blashill's maybe not. He thinks that Grizzly got tripped, maybe. It's not going to matter. No challenge from the Hawks. Puck gets dropped. Icing. Oh, no, it goes out of play. All right, let's see this again. So there's Grizzly battling in front of the net. I mean, yeah, he just gets cross-checked. Greer just, like, cross-checks him down. Yeah, it's not like a reviewable thing. But, I mean, he clearly gets cross-checked there by Greer. And he kind of falls into Spencer Knight in the crease. It's a bummer. That feels kind of shitty. But, I mean, it doesn't matter if you can't score any goals. Like, Forsling hammers one in. Kaiser gets on it in the corner. Passes it over to Foligno. Foligno gives it to Levshinov, who finds Slaggert, who chips it in for Donato to chase. Nice work by Donato. Slaggert, try to take it to the net. Donato gets it back in the corner. Pass it back. Shot comes in from the point. It gets blocked. RD shot gets blocked by E2 Listerainen. Florida's going to get it. Bjorn Fott. What a name. My Wi-Fi so ass I haven't gotten a goal notification yet. Maybe my stream's not that bad. Maybe my stream's not that delayed. Is Burakovsky playing? Yeah, he's out there. He's not doing much. He's doing a lot of cardio. Oh, no. All right, Burakovsky gets on it. Passes it behind Oliver Moore. Nice play by Moore. Gets it over to Bedard. Bedard's in here. Bedard shoots one. Tarasov makes the save. It's a great pass from Oliver Moore to play in Bedard. Bedard's fine, guys. Bedard's fine. Grizzlick. Almost found Nazar in stride there. Puck got behind him. Florida dumps it. Crevier's going to carry. Plays one off the boards. Panthers get it back into the Hawk zone. Bjornfoot just shoots one 4 feet past the net. Crevier takes a change. Green digs one out. Plays one to Nazar. Nazar tries to get it out but can't. Carter Verhaeghe plays one behind the Hawks net. Evan Rodriguez tries spinning away from Frank Nazar. Does so successfully but falls to the ice. Forsling with a shot. Gets deflected. Spencer Knight gets a glove on it but can't freeze it. Good poke check from Frank Nazar, who's looking absolutely gassed right now. Nice play by Murphy. And Ryan Green's clearance gets high-sticked. Hawks get a whistle. They kind of needed one there. This is the Bedard chance. Oh, he was looking 5-hole there. Tarasov closed the door last second. Bedard feeling the frustration. Squeezing his stick. Lets out an F-bomb. Boys are getting worked right now? No, they're not. I really don't think they're getting worked. I don't think Florida's, like, imposing their will on them. It's not like Florida's, like, having... Like, that was one good shift. Florida's forecheck has not been that successful tonight whatsoever. Hawks have been routinely breaking out of it. That was one good shift where the forwards were kind of gassed. And, like, they didn't really get a good chance out of it. It's not like the Panthers are getting grade A look after grade A look and Spencer Knight is, like, standing on his head. Spencer Knight has not had to make any difficult saves in this game thus far. Hawks win the draw in the O-zone. Tyler Bertuzzi tries to play puck with one arm, and it gets through him. Lindell gains the zone, drops it for Marchand, who throws one towards the net, but it gets deflected by Levshinov's stick. Bertuzzi backhands one for Lev. He looks for the breakout pass, kind of throws a bouncer. This long pass for Bertuzzi misses him. Dickinson gets on it, passes it to Bertuzzi, sends it back to Levshinov. Here's Wyatt Kaiser now, 40 seconds left. Shoots one. Gets deflected into the corner. Cats can't get it out. Great play from Wyatt Kaiser. He's got Mikheyev. Mikheyev shoots one. Tyler Bertuzzi scores. What a play and what a goal. Hawks level it up. Oh my gosh. What a play from Wyatt Kaiser, man. To keep that in and then find Mikheyev, who throws one to the net. Tyler Bertuzzi does what he does. Bats that puck down and puts it into the yawning cage. What a play from Wyatt Kaiser. Wyatt Kaiser's been the best Blackhawk thus far tonight. Wyatt Kaiser has been the player of the game so far for the Blackhawks, and he's getting an assist on this goal. That was excellent. That was excellent. I woke up and they scored. Bert. What a keep by Kaiser. Yeah, that was all Wyatt Kaiser. He's been great. He's been really, really good tonight. Again, it's not Bedard who scored, of course. Do you want Connor Bedard to score every single goal for the team? That's not how it works. Connor Bedard's not going to score a hat trick every single game. Mikheyev saving their ass again. I mean, I think I'm giving more credit to Tyler Bertuzzi and Wyatt Kaiser on that goal than. I mean, Mikheyev made a good play. He got the puck to the net really quickly, but I think if you're like tier listing the quality of play on that goal from each of those players, I think level of difficulty. I think what Wyatt Kaiser did was extend Mikheyev now. Yeah, but, like, I don't want to give Ilya Mikheyev a 4-year contract. I don't want to give Ilya Mikheyev, like, term. Maybe a year or two. Maybe a year or two. You extend Mikheyev, but, like, I'm not giving him any more years than that. Good momentum to have going in the third. I agree. You take that. You absolutely take that. It's probably not worth drinking. I wonder how much more Kaiser's contract would be knowing how well he would play this season. Well, I think that's why it took so long for the deal to get done. If you don't remember, he got the Kaiser deal happened literally like a day before camp started. It was like just in time. It went down to the final bell because Kaiser played really well last year. Kaiser was like one of those sneaky guys last year who like wasn't a dash fucking 30. I think he was like a +1 or 0. He was even. And so well, Bedard should stop being so selfish and score 6 every game. Bedard got to be second coming of McDavid, so Bro have to step up and score points every game. Why does he why are you, like, as a Blackhawks fan, why are you saying that about your best player? Saying that he has to be the second coming of McDavid. Like, you are the problem, my brother. Connor Bedard doesn't have to be the second coming of McDavid. Connor Bedard has to be himself, bro. And that's real shit. I'm trying to order some Chipotle right now. Seahawks running away 31-20. Good. Weren't all of McDavid's teammates drafted before him? Almost all of the teammates for Bedard were drafted after him. I would honestly put Kaiser as a top 4 pairing on a playoff team. A playoff team is like, like wild card teams are like what do you mean by a playoff team? Like, are you talking about the Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars? Or are you talking about like maybe the Seattle Kraken or like the New York Islanders? There's a range of what's a playoff team. Is Chipotle not available right now? What the fuck is this all about? Huh? All couriers are busy? What does that even mean? What does that even mean, chat? I just need to grub, bruh. I just need my food. Why has this been happening? Chipotle's just not been delivering because they're busy. How about you guys hire some more workers and deal with it? WOTD is available. Put Nazar on the wing. A good playoff team. I don't know. Maybe he could be like the 4th defenseman. I think he's definitely going to be. Like, I think he's been improving a ton this season. I think Wyatt Kaiser's going to be an amazing player. The difference between Celebrini and Bedard is that Macklin is an offensive factor every game and Connor's not. Bro, where were you? Where were you? Connor Bedard was most certainly, like, since he's come back from injury, he's had some quiet games. That is true. No one's denying that. Before the injury, before the shoulder injury, Connor Bedard was like a top 3, top 4 most dangerous player in the league. It wasn't just he was contributing offensively every game. He was contributing offensively every single period. And go Glaze Macklin, bro. Yeah, go watch Sharks hockey, bro. Like, why are you saying that as a Blackhawks fan? You can't tweak. Like, players are gonna have ups and downs. Like, he fucking like Shepard. He had like a shoulder dislocation, bro. I think if I broke your leg, you'd be acting a little. If I snapped your shoulder, you'd be acting a little bit different at your job for a little while after too, bro. Like, why even say that? Why even make those claims? Why even say shit like that if you've already seen it? If you've already seen him be unbelievable when he's healthy this year, what's the point of even like saying those things out loud? Like, that's something you can just keep to yourself. The difference between Connor Bedard and Macklin Celebrini is, bro, what? Like, where does that get? Like, if you're not a Blackhawks fan, I understand making comparisons and saying things like that and like giving opinions like that. But if you're a Blackhawks fan, literally, what is the point? Like, have you been here? Have you been watching the games? Were you watching when he was healthy, pulling the rabbit out of his hat every single game, doing the most miraculous shit? Like, do I need to throw on a Bedard 2025 highlight tape? Yeah, we should have drafted Macklin instead of Bedard. Wait, didn't Kucklin have 1 point in 5 games? Yeah, Macklin was a -1. The Sharks beat the Panthers like a few days ago, 4-1, and Macklin Celebrini was a -1. So obviously wasn't contributing much offensively in that game. One thing about hockey is they rush players back too soon. Yeah. This guy's not a Blackhawks fan, clearly. If he is, he's the fairest of fair weathered. Yeah. He's a rage baiter, bro. I thought this guy was like not, I thought he was like Finnish or something. I thought he was like not American. Like I don't think he, I don't know if English is his first language, so I don't know if he's trying to rage bait all the time, but the Bedard Celebrini thing is just a stupid thing to say, in my opinion. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. To be fair, Sharks are a team that is able to score a lot, but they let in almost as much as they do score. Wow, Chad is really butthurt over something I said. I mean, what, like, do you feel good about that? Is that like his channel location in Slovakia? Okay. What does my country have to do with anything? Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm like kind of defending you. And you also said this is a free country, but like I don't think you're an American. Like, what do you mean this is a free country? What do you mean we? They're fun to watch, that's it. It's a free country. We're allowed to think you're a dumbass. Let's get them in the third. Hawks have a tough schedule before break and banking on some points. You're comparing Celebrini's line-mates, who's a top 5 pick in the draft, to Ryan Green. Yeah, Celebrini's going to be playing with, like, Kiefer Sherwood and Will Smith. Still Demidov. I can't forgive that. Macklin is better offensive teammates right now. Sharks suck. I can't stand them. Easily tied with Dedmonton as my most hated team. Slovakia is a free country too. All right. Bro, I just think you like I just think it's like a stupid take to have as a Blackhawk fan, which you claim to be. That's all I'm saying. Like if you're going to come in my chat and be like the difference between Bedard and Celebrini is Celebrini factors in on points every single night. You literally saw Bedard this year doing that. He's coming back from injury and he's not been as good. So, like, if you've seen Bedard do what you're talking about, what's the point of saying it? Other than just, like, trying to be, like, weird and, like, get a reaction from, like, me in the chat. I just think it's bizarre, bro. I just think it's a bizarre thing to do, little bro. That's all. But you do you. I guess Slovakia's a free country. That's good. I'm glad that it is. That's good to know. Celebrini sucks chant. I don't know if that like even rings. What do you say? Celebrini sucks. Like how do you clap for that? You know, I think that's got too many syllables in that one. Like Green Bay sucks. That's easy, you know? Green Bay sucks. But Celebrini sucks. Doesn't have the same, you know. We need it from him. What do you mean we need it from him? Like, yes, when this team is contending, they're going to need Connor Bedard. Like, if this team wants to win a Stanley Cup, they need Connor Bedard to play better than he is right now. But the Chicago Blackhawks are not winning a Stanley Cup this year. They were supposed to have like they were supposed to have the worst odds in the league to make the playoffs this year. They were supposed to be nowhere near a playoff spot this year. So like, what do you mean we? And also, why? Like you're saying we? What do you mean we need him to be better? Like he will be better. We've seen him be better. Do you understand that? Like, is that like getting into your head, or are you just like now just like dying on this hill because you're getting attention from the chat? I'm just wondering, bro. I'm literally just wondering. Any idea what Bedard's contract extension looks like? I'd guess like 13 by 7. 13 mil, 7 years. Philip blocked me on CHGO a couple years back. LOL, strange mind workings going on with that guy. I'm just waiting for Betsy's extension. You know how I mean it. I think it's a stupid thing to say. Like, we need him to be better. Like, what's the point of, like, he's been so good for this team, you know? Like, he's been so good for this team. What's the point? Like if Spencer Knight has a couple stinker games, are we all going to sit here and be like, we need Spencer Knight to be better? Spencer Knight has to be better for this team to have. It's like, no, like, yes, obviously, but, like, he's been so good. What's the point? Like, what's the point of harping on clearly the best player on the team? Are we talking about the guy with 20 goals in 40 games? Yes, we are talking about the guy with 20 goals in 40 games. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Bedard's the man. Bedard's the man. All right, dude. I guess it's Wingstop since Chipotle's fucking closed. I need to get my protein in, chat. He just needs his first goal to get cooking again. Bedard and Max stats are fairly similar if they played the same amount of games. Bedard's work ethic is too high for him to ever let his game suffer in a real way. Completely agree. He wants it so bad. Non-ball knower. Can Mac put up the same numbers with Bedard's line mates, though? Everyone kiss and make up. Everyone kiss and make up. You should cook your own food. It's way healthier. I worked and then went to the gym and then got here 20 minutes before I went live on stream and then have to do a post game after. And at that point, it will be 10 o'clock p.m. and I'm not going to cook food after all this. I'm not going to cook food. I work hard. I choose to spend my money on ordering food in my house so I have more time to work a job, pay my rent, while also building up a YouTube channel that I would like to turn into my full-time job. So maybe when I'm doing YouTube full-time, I'll cook for myself, man. Maybe I will. But right now, I think I'm going to rock Chipotle and Wingstop. Thanks, though. Frundell will be welcomed addition to this young core. Yeah, Frundell's going to be a fucking beast on a line with Bedard. It's going to be so much fun. They're going to be so good together. I can't wait. Actually cannot wait. A meal prep service. I really should. I've never done that. I really should do that. But that food is kind of all like, is that shit even good? Like, that shit's kind of just like frozen food. Like, Chipotle is pretty damn cost effective because you can split it into 2 meals and get it delivered to your house for like $20. And it takes no time. Like, that's pretty solid. And also, I eat 1 meal a day at my restaurant. And so if I, working 5 days a week, I get 5 free meals. And then I really just got to figure out like 7 other meals throughout the week. So it's really not that bad. You should get some brat to cook for you. True. I'm working on it. I'm dead. Do you Nazar has it in him to have a 100-point season? 100-point season is a lot. 100-point season's a fuck ton, dude. Like 50 and 50 or like 40 and 60. Like, that is so many points. I think Frank Nazar is going to be a bona fide NHL star, though. So Frank Nazar's two-way game is like really good. Like, I think Frank Nazar could be like a point per game guy that, is just a super solid two-way centerman on your second line. That shit is like dog food. Damn, you guys are saying good stuff and the game started. Blue Apron, similar services are very expensive. I think more centering Frundell will surprise people. I don't know if that, like, Oliver Moore is a center long term, he's going to be the third line center. So I don't think Frundell is going to be on the third line. If that ends up being the situation, I think something went wrong, to be honest with you. We saw flashes of greatness earlier in the season. Yeah, and at the end of last year. Like, when Frank Nazar is on it. Frank Nazar has been good tonight. He's had a couple of really good chances. He's been good in his own end. And he was good in his first game back, too. Against Calgary. I don't think Frank Nazar's, like, struggling right now. I think the whole team is struggling to score. I wish we would stop the dump and chase game. Seems like we get it to the red line and we see nothing and throw it to the other team. Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want to get to the red line and force a pass that isn't there and turn the puck over, Well, that's kind of a very common thing in the NHL. At least we're not like the Florida Panthers, like, never carry the puck in. Like, you see that? They gain the red line and dump it every single time. The Hawks, like, if there's an option available, the Hawks try to take it and make a play or carry the puck in. It's just like when Ryan Donato's, like, 2 other guys on his line are going for a change there and he's the only man up, he's going to just dump it in. He's not going to play with it along the red line and just get dispossessed. Why are some people so triggered by Demidov's name? Who cares what people think? It's not reality. CHGO thinks Demidov still should have been the pick. Pretty sure Lee too. Who cares? No, I don't think so. I'm content with Artem Levshinov. I'm content with Artem Levshinov. I don't still complain about that whatsoever. I think it's going to be a very easy thing that people are going to still look back on years from now and be like, if Demidov's like a superstar and the Blackhawks get like really good, I think people, and even if Levshinov is really good, I think people will still be like, damn, imagine if this Blackhawks team had Demidov too. Like, I think people are going to do that. But I understand the importance of right shot defensemen. And Artem Levshinov has shown flashes of being a very good one. He's just a fucking idiot a lot of times. And like pinches too high or, just will just like mark the wrong man or will turn the puck over in areas that he shouldn't. But I think as time goes on, he spends more time in the league, continues to get really good coaching. I think those bad habits will start to lessen, and you'll just see more of the good stuff. So I've been really impressed with Levshinov this year. Am I giving him too much credit? No, I think Levshinov has had some amazing moments this year. He needs to get better at shooting the puck. He needs to get better with his decision making. But like when he's at his best, like the things he can do, like when he can get on the puck and starts carrying the puck forward, like there's potential of like nice save from Spencer Knight. It was a good look for Sam Bennett. Like Artem Levshinov has the potential to be like a play driving defenseman, which is so rare, but he does. He has the speed. He's got the strength. He's got the passing ability. Here's Bennett. Oh, he makes a nice pass for Mikkola, but I think Lardis maybe got a piece of that as he dove. All right, Lardis backhands one over to Crevier. He's got Nazar on his left. He finds him. Nazar gains the zone and cuts back. He doesn't have anybody there. Now here's Mikheyev. Bertuzzi fans, can he get it back to Mikheyev? He can't. Damn. Here's Grzelcyk. Passes one over for Murphy, who lets one fly. Oh, Tarasov, an awkward save, but then he dives to cover it up. Yeah, this has been the Blackhawks' best line tonight. Bro, leave me alone. I never once argued Demidov or Artie. If the Blackhawks are a better team than Montreal, it will be a moot point. I literally only said we can't even know. Then why are you arguing with me? OMG. Big Artie Party fan. Grzelcyk plays one off the wall behind Knight to Murphy. Mikheyev leaves it for Grzelcyk, who can't make a play. Now Dickinson picks it up in the neutral zone. Backhands it into the zone. Forecheck activated here. Panthers break it out. Panthers love to break it out on that left side. They kind of do the same thing every time. Like a forward comes back on that far side, and then he just hoists one or tries to find... Oh, no. Here's Samoskevich. Oh, my gosh. It got through Spencer Knight, and they score. Oh, my gosh. That one just squeaked through Spencer Knight. Fuck. Gets through Green. I mean, kind of a soft... it's just under the blocker. Just under the blocker. It's like one you maybe would like to see Spencer Knight make the save on. Green wasn't able to make the play along the wall. It's just a Florida Panthers goal. Dump it in. Kind of get lucky with the bounce off the wall. Throw one on net. Gets through. Probably want Knight to make that save. Yeah. Any updates with our boy Roman Kanserov? I mean, I think he's just going to play out the season in the KHL. I think the KHL season ends kind of late, so I don't know if we'll. And he's also on the best team in the KHL, so like I would imagine they're gonna make a run at the Guardian, whatever cup it's called. I'd imagine they're gonna go on a run. So like I don't know if we'll see any Roman Kanserov this season. Like, if you guys remember, Ivan Demidov came over at the end of the KHL season last year for Montreal, and his first game was against the Blackhawks. And that was like the second to last game of the season, or the third last game of the season. So, probably going to have to wait till the start of next year to see Kanserov. Do you think Celebrini over Bedard? No, I'd take Bedard over Celebrini. Like, if I could take one or the other right now, I'm going with my guy. I'm going with Bedard. I think Bedard's going to be so good. I think his offensive package is the most elite we've seen since Connor McDavid. Oh no. Good look for Bennett there. Knight makes the save and holds on. Celebrini sucks. I don't think Celebrini sucks. I think Celebrini's amazing. I'm taking 98 over anybody in the league, so. Not good right now, that's for sure. I mean, he's not terrible. It's just he's not playing his best hockey. He's clearly just been a little off since the injury, but he's still getting chances. He won the KHL Cup last season. I think he won 2 years ago. I'm taking Bedard and Celebrini. It's really crazy, like alternate timeline where the Hawks get Bedard and Celebrini. I mean, we'd probably be like third in the Central, right? No, we'd be firmly in the first wild card spot. I don't know if we'd be past Minnesota, but the Hawks would definitely be in a playoff position right now if you had Celebrini on this team. It's such a trite question, yeah. I'm just not one of these weirdos who's going to say I'd prefer another young budding superstar over the young budding superstar that I'm going to be covering for the next 14, 15 years. I would just never do that in a million years. Even if I deep down believed that I would rather have Celebrini than Bedard, which I don't, I wouldn't even say it. Because I think it's a weird thing to do. The best forward pair? What do you mean forward pair? Like forward duo? Like any two players on the same team? Or... Oh, yeah, I never gave Kachuk plays it into the Hawks zone. You guys want to talk about like a player struggle, like Matthew Kachuk coming back from injury. Have you noticed Matthew Kachuk more than 2 times tonight? Matthew Kachuk is looking slow as shit. Matthew Kachuk has done nothing. You know? Like, Matthew Kachuk is a Stanley Cup champion. He comes off an injury. It takes some time. Matthew Kachuk is a superstar in his prime. Yeah, the power play is struggling. Oh, no. Rodriguez cuts back on Levshinov, and they score again. Carter Verhaeghe. Come on. Come on. So frustrating. That was an amazing play by Rodriguez and Burakovsky. Just like not great there defensively. I'm sorry. Andre Burakovsky has to make a better play on that puck there. Andre Burakovsky has to make a better play on that puck. My goodness. It's just like, it's just lazy. It's just lazy from Burakovsky. He's like content with just like being in the way. He doesn't actually like try to take the puck off anyone. It's just bad. This is Nazar, Bedard, Burakovsky. Like, take fucking Burakovsky off this line, man. $28 equals a plumber. That's funny. Slaggert plays one behind the Florida net for Foligno. Kaiser pinches up high. Donato plays it all the way along the boards. Hawks keep it in. Foligno's first to get it in the corner. Plays it for Donato behind the net, who's getting fucking hugged. Oh, Kaiser's just a little miscue with Levshinov there. Florida finally gets it out. Artie wipes out in the neutral zone. It's all right. Hawks still get the puck. What is going on, man? Sticks are flying everywhere. Hawks come on a 2-on-1. Maybe Donato over to Moore. Oh, I think it maybe Tarasov got a piece of that. Moore to Bedard. Oh, wraparound attempt. Late poke check defensive play there from Florida, I think. Got it off his stick. Couple of really close chances there for Moore and Bedard. Vlasic cuts back, passes it to Crevier, who tries to find the stick of Moore. Florida steal it back. Great work by Lardis on the forecheck. Steals it off Ekblad. Bedard, throws one out just out of the reach of Moore. Lardis shoots one quick. Tarasov makes the save. Really good shift from that line. A couple of really good chances there. Damn. I mean, Blashill is mixing up the lines right now. Florida going to clog up the neutral zone. I mean, they always do. Nuclear option. That's our coach's flaw, not doing it. I mean, he just did it. We just saw Nazar, Bedard, Burakovsky after that goal. Crevier into the zone. Dickinson, nice forecheck. Bertuzzi steals the puck. Vlasic has it. Passes it to Mikheyev. Gets it back to Vlasic. Vlasic's shot gets blocked. Puck's still in play behind the net. Bertuzzi to Dickinson. Puck's still loose. Mikheyev behind the net. Crevier shoots. Tarasov makes the save. Here's Bertuzzi. Back to Jason Dickinson. He's got some space. Fakes a shot. Gives it to Vlasic. Gets it back to Dickinson. Vlasic now. Keeps it in the zone. Shields the puck well. It's flexed off a body. Another good shift from this line. Oh! Mikheyev kind of threw a floater over to Dickinson, so he wasn't able to one-tee it. Crevier's going to keep it in. Oh, no. Goes off a leg and goes all the way into the Hawks zone. Florida gets to change. Here's Nazar with speed. Shoots one. Tarasov awkwardly saves it, but doesn't know where the puck is, and he gets a whistle. Nazar was flying there. Good look. All right, a little over 9 minutes left, down 2. Gonna have to really start throwing the kitchen sink at him here. Throw caution in the wind. Defensemen are gonna have to start getting up, pinching high. Just start shooting pucks. We're good. We're good here. We're fine. We're fine. No tweak. No tweak. Bedard center. Morin Bertuzzi on the wings, please. This is a loss. Can't lie. If we lose this game, our playoff hopes are prob done. There's still like over 30 games left. There's still like a third of the season left. That's not true. The Hawks are 2-0-1 in their last 3, and we're talking about it's so over after this. I don't know if this is one worth overreacting to, guys. I really don't. The team's just in a little bit of a rut. We've seen this team be really dangerous offensively through moments this year. They're just not... they just haven't been great offensively as of late. I don't think it's going to stay this way. I think guys are going to get hot. I think Bedard's going to start picking up the pace. Like if Bedard gets back to that form that he was at before the injury, I mean, he was contributing to like a point and a half, a goal and a half a game. Once you start getting that, then like the confidence of the rest of the group starts adding in. Like this team, we're going to be fine, guys. We're going to be fine. Don't even worry about playoffs. We have 5 extremely young players in our top 6 tonight. That's exciting. Have they been great? No, but this was their first game playing together. So, and I told you they were partying Friday night. I did tell you guys that at the start of the stream. They were allegedly at Butch McGuire's Friday night, according to my sources. All right, Grizzlick weighing his options. Passing to Bedard. Bedard dumps it. Florida break it out easily. Now Florida dumps it. Vlasic to Lardis. Sam Bennett sends it back to the point. Nice defensive play from Louis Crevier. Now Oliver Moore. Oh, puck just jumps on edge and gets away from him. Florida dumps it in. Bedard plays it off the wall to get it into the zone. Greer spins away. Carries it up for Florida. His pass doesn't reach Samoskevich. Levshinov retreats, gets on the puck, almost wipes out, but then throws it to all the way up to Tyler Bertuzzi. Lardis dumps it in, and it deflects out of play. Matters because it's nice to see our superstars succeed. Why wouldn't it matter? Kane never had a 100-point season in any year they won the Stanley Cup. True. It's also good for the team's confidence in general. Panthers won the last 2 cups. That is true. Bedard has 3 total shots on goal in the last 2 games. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I know what the fuck is happening. He was out for over a month because he dislocated his shoulder and has not been as good of a player as he was before he dislocated his shoulder and missed a month of hockey. I know exactly what is happening. That is what's happening. Hawks dump it in. Tarasov plays it up the wall. Murphy tries to throw into Mikheyev. Reinhardt comes up on it in the neutral zone, chips into the Hawks zone. Nice stick from Grzelcyk in the corner. Bertuzzi passes it to Mikheyev, who passes it behind Murphy. Hawks trying to break out here. Oh, Murphy gets taken down. Penalty coming. Nice. We needed this. Half the score here. Hawks going to the power play. Attaboy, Murph. Way to earn one. I think Burke is going to have a slump. Him missing that OT tip in Friday is going to demoralize him for a couple games. I mean, I think Burakovsky's been bad for like a couple weeks. So I don't know if that miss is going to, I don't think he's been good for a little bit here. Are you saying the Blackhawks should put in Colton Dach over Connor Bedard? Like, what are we even doing here? What is this, like, rage bait bullshit? Like, are these real Blackhawks fans talking shit about the best player on this team who's 21 years old and is leading the team in points despite missing a fucking month of the season? Like, is that who we're talking shit about right now? Is that who Blackhawks fans are slandering in my chat? Or are you guys just, like, not Blackhawks fans talking shit? Like, which is it? All right, here's Artie. Hawks going to get set up. Forsling gets it off Bedard. Here comes Florida. Oh, no, shorthanded. Lindell. No, it doesn't get much on that. Nice. Go, go, go. Lev, here's Nazar, enters the zone. His backhand pass hits a skate. It's just not good. It's just not good enough. Here comes Florida shorthanded, and Spencer Knight makes a great save and has to hold on. Jeez, it's brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. A lot of morons. I don't know why people are freaking out. It's just like it's too early in this, like, where this team is organizationally. The way this team has overachieved this year, there's just no need to be freaking out the way you guys are. And I know it's not everybody in this chat. I'm talking to the people who are spamming shit about Bedard being terrible and stuff. Like, Mikkola and Moore battling in the corner. See if the Hawks can come up with it here. Panthers just killing time. Puck pops free. Lardis gets on it. Back to Grzelcyk. Here's Moore. Foligno has no clue what he's doing out on these power plays, by the way. Here he is. To Moore. Behind the net. Looks for Lardis. Puck goes through all the way back to the Hawk zone. 20 seconds left on the peeper. Here's Vlasic. To Donato. It just bounces on him, man. Nice physical play from Crevier. Hawks can't keep it in the zone, though. Nice. Here's Dickinson. Good pass from Donato. Dickinson plays it off the wall for Mikheyev. Back to the point for Vlasic. Vlasic shoots one. Goes just wide. Mikheyev wasn't ready for that bouncing puck after. No icing on Florida. Yeah, I am, probably. I'm just like tapping my foot on the floor. It might be moving my desk. I'm sorry. Vlasic carrying it out. Hawks have numbers. Moore chips it in. He gets taken out as he tries to skate in. Marchand just banks it off the wall and gets it out of the zone. Grzelcyk gets tied up along the wall and loses the puck. Nazar plays a nice bank pass to Moore. Now Moore just has to dump it in. Petrie with an outlet pass. Bennett into the Hawks zone. Nice defensive play. Hawks take it off him. Now Mikheyev with some speed. He's just going to chip it in. Spencer Knight goes to the bench. Extra attacker on for the Blackhawks. Except the Florida Panthers just have this thing tied up behind their own goal, and it's not moving anytime soon. The refs might blow this dead. This thing ain't moving. Now it gets out. Oh, my gosh. And it breaks straight. Oh, my gosh. Wyatt Kaiser just closed that guy down in half a second. Should have been an easy empty net goal. But because of Wyatt Kaiser's speed, he keeps the Hawks alive. 2:21 left. Bedard leaves it for Levshinov. Levshinov up for Mikheyev, who has to kick to his stick and circle back. Now here's Kaiser. Fakes a move. Cuts back. Now he's going to carry. Leaves it for Bedard. Bedard gains the red line. Just backhands one deep into the Florida zone. Oh, great. Wow. That was just so pretty from Florida. The way they just where their guys were going to be. It's so hard to play the dump and chase game against this team. They're so solid defensively. They're tough to beat, man. You kind of got to do something miraculous when they're playing the way they are right now. That play on the wall was so pretty. Wow. Goaltending, not really a problem right now. Yeah, no, we can't score. There's not been much offense. It's what, 5 goals in the last 3 games. Moronic escalation in chat. Well, this guy, Gabrielle, is not like a Blackhawks fan. He's never been in chat before. He's just found this stream and is talking shit and like rage baiting. And Ginja Billion, you guys know Ginja Billion just comes in when the Hawks are losing to talk shit. It's what they do. Don't let it get under your skin, guys. These guys are mouth breathers who are just on like bot accounts and talk shit. These are not intelligent human beings. Don't worry. Moore moves the puck over to Green. Oh, Green's pass goes just through the legs of Moore. 30 seconds left. Florida carries it out. Verhaeghe finds a nice pass, and they score again. Oh, no. From bad to worse. This game ends up looking uglier than it actually was. Cool, so if McDavid didn't have a 100-point season, the Oilers would have never went to Stanley Cup final. Like moths to a flame. It really is. It really is like moths to a flame. They don't move me anymore. They don't get me. They don't upset me the way they used to. Rage bait used to be believable, you know. I told you guys this team was partying Friday night. I said it at the start of the stream. This team was partying Friday night. You know, I know it was Oliver Moore's birthday, but he got 3 games in 4 days. Maybe shouldn't be at Butch McGuire's till God knows what time. Am I going to do a post game? Fuck no. Are you serious? For what? Doing a post game after this game would literally be bad for my channel. It would get such few views that it would like not, it would like hurt my channel in the algorithm. Hawks fans when Caleb Williams painted nails. I don't think anybody's happy with the way that Bedard has played tonight. Like if you have heard anything that I've said tonight and think that I'm like, oh, Connor Bedard was great tonight. Yeah, -4. Awesome. Like, you're an idiot. I'm just not going to sit here and freak out and criticize a 21-year-old who is still leading this team in points despite missing a month with a dislocated shoulder. I'm not going to criticize a 21-year-old who is coming back from a shoulder dislocation and was out for over a month. And he hasn't been as good as he was before the injury. Oh my gosh, it doesn't make sense. What is going on? What is going on? How is this player who dislocated his fucking shoulder not the same player as before he dislocated his shoulder? What is happening? I can't wrap my brain around it. I just don't have room temperature IQ like a lot of the morons who are talking shit about him in the chat. So I'm not going to freak out on his ass because he's clearly been the best player on this team this year. If it weren't for Connor Bedard, nobody would be upset right now because we wouldn't even be anywhere near sniffing playoffs. Like they're 5 points out, and so people want to win games, and so they're like upset. If it weren't for Connor Bedard, like none of this would matter. Like nothing would matter. So I'm not gonna like sit here and shit on Connor Bedard. Like yeah, he's not been as good since he came back from injury. He's not gonna play like this all year long. We're not making playoffs. Goodbye, season. The Hawks were never supposed to make the playoffs, you fucking twat. They were never supposed to make the playoffs this year. That was like, they had like plus 50,000 odds. Or plus 5,000. What were the... They had a 7.7% chance of making the playoffs before the 24-25 season. It's funny that you said this team was a playoff team a month ago, and now you're switching up. Its two best players were injured. Connor Bedard and Frank Nazar were injured for a month, bro. I don't think Connor Bedard's gonna play like this all year long. Like, dude, you're gonna be in this, like, when Connor Bedard inevitably gets back to his game and is, scoring 1 to 2 points every single game and is lighting it up again after the Olympic break, you're gonna be in my chat talking about how good Connor Bedard is. You're gonna be in my chat glazing this team. You're gonna be talking about how exciting the future is and how good Bedard looks. You're gonna act like you never acted like a little bitch like you did all night tonight. And I'm just gonna have to sit here and be like, yeah, man, Philip, man, yeah, you've been on this train the whole time, dude, for sure. And I'm just gonna have to like push it to the side and act like you didn't jump ship after the future of this franchise struggled for 6 or 7 games after coming back from a shoulder dislocation. I'm going to have to act like you didn't act like an idiot and do all this stuff, So, like, I'm thinking about that, and that kind of sucks. Like, that sucks for me, Like, you guys all see my face. Everything that I say stays on the internet, You You guys just get to like talk shit and be like rage baiters and then come back and reap all the benefits when the team's good and act like you never were a whiny piece of shit when you shouldn't have been, you know? So that's kind of annoying. It's just annoying seeing the Sharks in the playoff spot and us five. Do you understand that the San Jose Sharks literally have nothing on their blue line? Like they have their prospect pool, the guys they have on the blue line for the future is shocking. It's Sam Dickinson and then it falls off. The San Jose Sharks, I promise you, are not going to win a Stanley Cup before the Chicago Blackhawks do. I promise you. Like that'd be cool. Like great for San Jose. They might make the playoffs this year in the second half of like they might get the second wild card spot this year. Great for them. You think they're gonna make noise in the playoffs? You think they're gonna beat fucking Vegas or Edmonton? No, they're gonna get bounced in the first round. People pay $250 a ticket to see this boring team. This team's been exciting this year. This team's literally been exciting this year. We need 5-game win streak? I mean, yeah, they're gonna have to go on a win streak if they want to make the playoffs. But like making the playoffs should not be the benchmark of like this year being a success or not. Like, yeah, there was a point where I said I think this team makes the playoffs. That's the only reason why I care about this team actually making the playoffs, just because, like, for my ego, just because I said it. This team was never supposed to make the playoffs coming into this year. It was never about wins and losses. It was all supposed to be about development. It was all supposed to be about the development and the progression of the young players. So, like, wins and losses, individual games shouldn't mean as much as they do to people who are bitching and moaning. Another Berkey disaster class? Yeah, he's not been good. Andre Burakovsky's not been good. But we're all sitting here and talking about Connor Bedard. Connor Bedard's literally above a point per game? Yeah, of course. There's so many games left. Jeff gonna sort out our zone entries soon. These games are boring. Like having 4 shots on goal in 2 periods is boring. Oh, yeah. Tony Granado just said it was 3 games in 4 nights. 3 games in 4 nights, man. Like Teuvo Teravainen is like the only guy going to the Olympics. This whole team is going to have the entire Olympic break to rest up and get healthy. Like, why are we tweaking? They've already overachieved. They have as many points now as they did in March last year. Yeah. I mean, if you watch last season and you're freaking out about this year, like, I don't want to say so many mean things, but like, use your brain. Like, if you followed last year, you should be very happy with how this year has gone so far. That, like, they've dealt with injuries throughout, as most teams have, but like the important players on this team have been injured. What are we doing comparing Caleb Williams to Connor Bedard? Like, is that where we're at? Is that fun? Is that a fun thing? Does that make you feel better? Like, does that make you guys feel better? Do you guys want me to do like a Caleb Williams versus Connor Bedard talk? Are we quite literally comparing apples to oranges right now? We're comparing a quarterback in the National Football League to a centerman in the National Hockey League. Is that what we're doing? Honestly, the players that got injured are trying to come back from that. He broke his arm when he was little. Today's game would have been an amazing game last season. Today's game was a pretty standard game from last year. This was like a decent performance from last year. Hey, at least we kept it close through 2 periods is what we would have been saying on CHR last year on the post game. Would have been doing a 35-minute post game on this game last year. Jeez, can you imagine? I actually can't imagine. These people don't really follow the Blackhawks. I know. But like some of them do. Some of them do. Like there are some people who are in this chat regularly saying some concerning things right now. I'm just trying to educate the masses, man. I know there's a lot of new Blackhawks fans. I know there's an entire wave of new hockey fans. You know, it's awesome. That's awesome. But I don't want this new wave of Blackhawk fans to be like TikTok brain, like freaking out after every single individual bad performance and just like the most obnoxious. Like, I want Blackhawks fans to be annoying to other fan bases. I don't want Blackhawks fans to be annoying to other Blackhawks fans. Like that. Like, why? Why are we doing this? So don't respond if you're pretending you don't give a shit. Are you talking to me or are you talking to someone else in chat? Oh, you're talking to Lebowski. I followed Blackhawks since 1992. You're a new gen and you do not know puck. Everybody thinks you are stupid and should touch grass. Jesus, jeez, man. Oh my gosh. 90 points probs gets us in. I could care less if Celebrini has 1,000 points. Yeah, guys, the grass is always greener. This ain't keeping up with the Joneses. We gotta focus internally. Focus, like, the San Jose Sharks will have their problems. The San Jose Sharks, like, as far as I'm concerned, I saw 3 Stanley Cups. I don't care about playoff appearances. I don't care about getting to the dance. I don't care about first-round exits. I want to win another Stanley Cup. I want there to be another Stanley Cup brought to this city. I don't give a shit about anything else. As far as I'm concerned, the Chicago Blackhawks are ahead of the San Jose Sharks in the race to winning a Stanley Cup, regardless of what the standings say right now this season. Yeah, dude, a 5-game win streak and all of a sudden everyone would be back on it. Like, some fans are more attached to players over winning a cup. There's going to be more than one Stanley Cup. I agree. Well, if we don't want first round exits by that logic, we should tank the rest of the year and get a top pick in the draft. That's not necessarily true at all. That does not mean, like, tanking the rest of the year would not be good for the long-term development of the players that are already on the team. And the players that are already on the team are a bulk of, the core players. Like, this defense is pretty close to being fully formed. Connor Murphy's going to get traded at the deadline. Sam Rinzel's going to be back in the Blackhawks lineup by the end of the year. And then, maybe that left-hand side goes to Ethan Del Mastro or Kevin Korchinski. Like, the D-core is basically here. Spencer Knight is here, Bedard and Nazar are here. I've followed the Blackhawks since Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews were drafted to Chicago. Oliver Moore's interesting prospect. Maybe he's going to be a difference maker. Oliver Moore's looked fantastic as of late. I think, again, Oliver Moore was one of the bright spots tonight. I thought Wyatt Kaiser was fantastic tonight. Look, the top six, it was a new shuffle in the top six. Those two lines were like completely new. They're gonna need some time to gel. It was new. It was a new lineup, new combinations. Third game in 4 days. Like, it's the third game in 4 days, and we're freaking out. You lose the back-to-back defending Cup champs. There's just no need. There's just no need to freak out. Moore is better than Nazar. Like, in general, like right now, he's playing better than him. Nazar's played 3 games since being out for over a month and a half. You think Moore's going to be better than Nazar? I don't know if I agree with that. Oliver Moore, Lardis, Levshinov are high-skill prospects. Moore's not better than Nazar. Oliver Moore just turned 21. What are your thoughts on Donato this season, where he slots in next year? I know he's been buried bottom 6 most of the year, which hasn't helped the lack of offensive production. I think Ryan Donato is going to be utilized throughout this contract the way he has been this year. Like, he got his money, he got his term. He's not going to also get to be a diva about where he plays in the lineup. Ryan Donato is going to be a guy who's going to go out there and compete for you, whether he's on the 4th line or the 1st line. You can say that he hasn't been great. I would agree. As of late, I don't think he's been great, but I don't think it's been from lack of effort. I think Ryan Donato is a depth player that can score some goals for you throughout the season, can play different roles, play different spots throughout the lineup, and I think that's valuable to have. Trade Donato, I don't for what? Maybe to open up more space. I don't know. I don't know if I think we're just at it was a bad game. The team has been struggling a little bit offensively. The team is stunted a little bit offensively right now, and I think people are getting frustrated. I don't know if looking around and pointing at Ryan Donato. I had a kid in chat tonight say that Colton Dach should be in over Connor Bedard. Like, what are we doing? Like, is this... Like, you guys can tell I'm a little irritated. Like, I didn't like watching that 5-1 performance. I didn't enjoy that. But, like, what am I going to do? Sit here and say ship out Ryan Donato? Plan the parade. We shipped out Ryan Donato, you know? Like, what are we doing? This was the same shit with the Arvid Soderblom, Laurent Brossoit. After the Blackhawks' hot start, and then there was a couple bad goaltending performance from Arvid Soderblom, people were like, bring in Laurent Brossoit. And it's like, guys, you know, like, what is that going to do? Plan the parade. We got Donato out of town. We got Burakovsky out of town. We got Laurent Brossoit playing, you know? Like, okay. Colton Dach should have been in tonight. Is Colton Dach Colton Dach. If only Colton Dach was on the 4th line instead of Landon Slaggert, this game would have been, you know, would it have been 5-5? Would we be watching a shootout right now? Going into a shootout 5-5 if Colton Dach was on the 4th line instead of Landon Slaggert? Maybe. I would guess not. I would guess that Colton Dach wouldn't have factored in on a goal tonight. I would assume that Colton Dach, you know, just like playing the numbers game. Colton Dach isn't exactly a point per game player. He's probably a dash 25 on the year. Is Colton Dach on the 4th line changing anything from tonight's outcome? I don't think so. I think that your best offensive player who's you know, accounted for nearly half your offense in Connor Bedard is struggling a little bit since he's come back from injury. He's not his elite self. And since he's come back from injury, before Bedard came back from injury, I think that group started to have some cohesion. Like, we were having a lot of consistency with guys playing together. They lost like 6 in a row, and then they kind of went on a run. And then you bring Bedard back into the fold. You bring Nazar back into the fold. You're not going to not play Bedard and Nazar. They are the future of this team, but they're not at their best right now. So you're getting new line combinations, and the team's starting to struggle to score a little bit. I don't think that's like shocking. I don't think that's like a crazy thing. I just don't. I think it's pretty standard. I think it's not surprising. I don't think it's going to last forever. I think these guys that are playing together now are going to start to gel a little bit. I think they're going to start to play better. I think they're going to eventually go on a little run, you know? I don't think that, I'm happy with the strides this team has made this year. I'm happy with the development I've seen from Connor Bedard. I'm happy with the development I've seen from Artem Levshinov. Wyatt Kaiser is a beast. Louis Crevier is a beast. You know? Spencer Knight is a true number one. Was he great tonight? You could have a conversation about that. Am I going to point a finger at Spencer Knight? Fuck no. The team scored 1 goal. You know? It's just the ups and downs of an 82-game season. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's going to suck sometimes. But guess what? Going to be here for the next stream. Going to make another video about, you keep supporting the team regardless through the ups and downs, because what am I going to do? Flip the script and just be an annoying bitch and complain about how frustrating this game was and start criticizing these young players that are under the age of 22 because they didn't play great in a game where they played the defending cup champions and their 3rd game in 4 nights? Like, what does that get me? No, I'm not going to talk shit now, you know? It's all going to be okay. This team, the future of this organization is so bright, you almost can't fuck it up. As we went over in the intermission, I mean, the books are an amazing place. There are no bad contracts on this team right now. There's not a bad contract on this team. You have so many draft picks in the next couple years that honestly you shouldn't even be using all of. You should be packaging them and trading them. But you've got all these draft picks. You've got this super deep prospect pipeline. You've got so many talented young forwards on the way that have not made it to the NHL yet. It is sunshine and rainbows ahead. The light at the end of the tunnel is near. You just kind of gotta eat these nights. You gotta eat these losses and keep it moving. All right. What age do you think Bedard will win a cup at? I don't know. 23, 24. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I'm starving. No postgame tonight. That's why I stayed on for an extra 30 minutes. I mean, the game ended, 30 minutes ago? That's your postgame. Me getting rage baited. All right. I'm just going to keep reading chat and then staying on here for way too long. I appreciate you guys. When's the next game? I'll do, I don't know. Nothing from me tomorrow. Tomorrow I will not. Oh no, tomorrow's Monday. Maybe I don't know. Shit, do they play Tuesday? Oh, that sucks. I actually can't stream that game. Maybe I'll be late to the stream Tuesday. Maybe I'll stream the 3rd period or something. But that's one of my days that I can't stream. I'll definitely be streaming the game Thursday night against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Thursday against Pittsburgh, I will be there. I'll do another vid this week. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Do not lose focus. Do not lose hope. The future's very bright. Have a good night. Go Blackhawks.